everyone, it's Isabel. So welcome to my first beauty related makeup video of 2018, and we are already in October and I am not a beauty channel anymore like I was a few years ago. A lot of you guys requested that I do a tutorial with the brand new Naked Cherry palette by Urban Decay, and of course my entire eye space except for a little corner is all with this palette, and I absolutely love it. I am super in love with all the looks that I have been able to create. I've used it about 3 times now, and I have been able to do everyday natural and super glam like today. And I am even wearing a pretty pair of really light brown, grayish contacts because I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna be a beauty guru for a video, I might as well just go all out. And I even have new lighting. I have new studio lights. I'm just trying to up my video quality game these days, you know? I just want to make my future videos super aesthetic. That is my goal, find a really good camera and just blow you guys out of the water with my video quality, with my editing, hopefully one day. I'm in love with this palette. I'm loving the monochrome thing for fall. It's just my vibe, the cherry vibe, rosy colors on the eyes. It's my vibe. It's just, last year was the orange and the warm and goldy stuff, peach and all that. This year it is the cherry and the rose and the burgundy and the wine and the red. I'm sharing my vibe with you guys, and hopefully it'll inspire you to go out of your comfort zone somehow with your makeup. If you guys want to see how I got this look, and if you want to see which contacts I am wearing so you guys can get your very own, please keep watching. Alright, I'm gonna admit I feel very scary with these contacts in just because I like my brown eyes. My eyes are a lot warmer toned than these are. These are cool toned. So Iris Beauty reached out to me, and I'm not sponsored or anything at all, and they're like, hey, can we send you some free contacts? And I was like, you know what, they're gonna hook me up with a coupon code. I don't get any commission on the sales or anything like that. They are such a lovely company. They're family owned. They're a smaller brand, so I'm always happy to support smaller brands. They sent me these. These are actually in my prescription, so they're in my RX. The ones I'm wearing are sugar brown, and I do have a link and a coupon code down below for 15% off on these, so if you guys want to get your own. I know when it comes to Halloween, we like to switch up our looks, wear wigs, our alter egos come out. Skincare is a huge part of my makeup routine these days, so obviously I'm going to start off with skincare, and I always take the Mario Badescu Rosewater Spray. This video should honestly be called me attempting to be a beauty guru for 20 minutes or something. This is actually not a cool little beauty guru fan, as you can tell. It's just like a little mini fan. I think my sister got it off of Amazon and I swiped it because why not? You guys like my mug? Beagle. So on to skincare. Love the Nourish Organic Face Cream. It has argan and pomegranate, and I love it because it's almost like a primer. It's super moisturizing because I have kind of combination to dry skin. My skin is pretty normal. I get a little breakout here and there. My skin is doing really well now because I've been drinking a whole bottle of water as soon as I wake up in the morning. It just makes so much of a difference. Mother Nature called today for us women, time of the month, and I have absolutely no breakouts. Maybe this one, but it's healing already. Okay, and I kind of press it around the eyes. I never drag around the eyes, ever, ever, ever. Andalou Natural Luminous Eye Serum. It has vitamin C, which is really good for depuffing, especially for me. And I'm looking like a vampire, I know, with my dark circles and with these contacts, but 'tis the season. I actually like these contacts a lot. They're pretty comfortable. When I have makeup on, they're gonna look really pretty. Now I'm going to prime my skin a little bit, just where I have a little bit of pores. So I'm taking the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Oil-Free Primer, and I just really pat that in, right in, because the way it fills in your pores is if you push in the product, don't sweep it across, don't rub it around. I'm making sure to prep my skin really well because the foundation, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundation, and although I love it, it's matte, it's perfect. It might be a little too dry for my skin, but I just love the finish to it. So as long as I prep correctly, like in the nose area and all these areas where there's more texture and pores and stuff, then it's not too bad. I don't want any fallout to happen underneath the eyes, so I'm gonna start by doing the eyes. So of course I'm gonna prime with my Miracle Tarte Shape Tape, everyone's favorite, America's #1 concealer. It's so wonderful because I put it on underneath my eyes, and you guys will see I don't even need to powder it because it's so sticky, dries perfectly, that if I put too much powder in it will look cakey, because we all know I'm kind of dry under my eyes. You can also use a regular primer as well, but this is just going to even out the skin and really make the colors pop. And now I'm going to take my contour kit by Anastasia. I'm taking the lightest color and just packing this red over the top just to prevent any creasing and just set. Guys, I just had a coughing fit because I choked on my coffee. Look how red I got everywhere. Let's zoom in, shall we? The Naked Cherry palette by Urban Decay. Let's look how beautiful these are. I already swatched these for you on Instagram. My favorite colors of the palette are definitely Devilish, Juicy, Young Love is really pretty. I mean, honestly, I really love these, but on an everyday basis, I have been wearing Juicy. I'm gonna be taking Juicy directly in the crease. This is the Morphe M441. I really make sure to drag it from the inner to the outer corner all the way in to really start shaping the eye and giving it dimension. And then when you get to the outer part, you kind of sweep it out just a bit. So now we're gonna build up the crease a little bit with Feels on this little pencil brush. This is the brush that comes with the palette. It is so awesome. It's like a big fluffy brush on this side, smaller detailed pointer brush on this side. So I'm gonna use that guy just to bring Feels right into the crease, not blending it upwards too much, just right into the crease like so, a little thicker on the outer part, and then making a V right here. And then just softly blending that in with the same Morphe brush from before. Now taking the same pencil brush into Bing, I'm gonna start cutting out the outer V of the crease. Bringing this up like so, and then blending it in towards the crease. And we're just gonna leave it like that. No, we're actually gonna go back in and blend it out like so. It's very simple. I'm really keeping this color on the outer V. I'm not going inwards like I did with the last two shades. I'm just really blending this in. Make sure you don't see any sharp edges. You just want a faint, very soft kind of outer V, outer triangle here, just to give the eyes a more cat shape and elongate. So now we're gonna dive back into this cherryness, and we're gonna go in with Devilish, my favoriteness. And I'm gonna take the same pencil brush that we used before. We're gonna carve into the crease, and we're gonna drag it in and drag it right onto the center of the lid. It's okay if it's a little messy because we have a blending brush, and we're just going to softly really blend in the edges. I know people were complaining saying that there's really no red shades, but if you think about it, a natural cherry is actually like this color. So I'm going off and cleaning up my blending, my Morphe blending brush, just like that, just so it'll be clean and I won't get the product from this eye on here. I'm gonna go into the darkest color in the palette. It looks like a brown, but it's actually a very dark purple mauve tone color. Mimic a super, super, super vertical liner here. And I kind of bring it in just a bit over here, but it's super faint. This is an Everyday Minerals fluffy brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. And I just blend this right in place. Fade out the line, diffuse. This color is not super, super blendable, I will say. It's a little patchy. I'm kind of disappointed in this color because the other colors blend out really pretty. This one just really patchy. This is actually the first time I work with this. I always take the main blending brush and always kind of go over the top just to ensure seamlessness, as John McClane would say. So I'm kind of liking that smokier look. I'm liking a bit more definition because before it was just really bright pinks when I've done this look before. So this one's gonna go into the innermost corner. This is gonna go into the center. These shimmers actually aren't that bad on their own. Knowing how they perform on my eye. A little trick I like to do so I don't ruin the palette with whatever I wet my brush with. I go into the shadow first, pick up as much product as I can. I spritz shadow with the product, patting the product. So this is going to be my center shade. I definitely went in a lot darker with Devilish, like right here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna pack it on because it's supposed to be 3 shades on the eye. So I'm packing on Devilish. This is not the right brush for this, but that's what I was supposed to do after that dark shade and I totally forgot. You see guys, it's been a while since I have filmed. Go easy on me, okay? Now we can go in and pack on Ambitious. I was like, why does this look so out of place? Now I figured out. Ambitious is a really pretty subtle shimmer. More metallic, I would say. Definitely more metallic. Pick up Bang Bang, a brush, load it up. So then I just take this one into the inner part of the eye. Bang Bang, he shot me down. Bang Bang, I hit the ground. Bang Bang, that awful sound. Bang bang, my baby shot me down. So I'm just going over the center shade just a tiny bit. I'm gonna take that same Morphe fluffy brush and try to go very softly through the crease just to knock out any metallic from there. So now I'm taking this clean fluffy brush, the one from the palette itself, and I'm just blending out the edges of the shadow to make sure everything is nice and blended. Don't have any harsh lines. Harsh lines will ruin this look. So make sure you take your time blending. Blending is actually very therapeutic. Blending is nice, blending is fun. We're taking Hot Spot and just highlighting the brow bone. I'm just lightly buffing and kind of building up the product here. And I go back in with that clean brush. You can either use it clean or add like a peachy color here just to add a transition between, a nice fading of color between the crease and the brow bone. I'm gonna take Juicy, lining my under eye with this. This red color and this pink color, when mixed together, they make the most gorgeous pop of color. So I'm going to take just a little dabby of that, run it underneath, taking the red and just packing the punch right over here. So at this point, I like to curl my lashes. I like to curl my lashes before eyeliner so that I don't mess up the eyeliner. And I'm just gonna go in and create a very thick outer corner cat eye, but very thin. I don't even think I'm gonna go all the way in. I think I'm gonna stop halfway, but it's gonna be a pretty sleepy cat eye. So you can take any felt tip liner. I'm an eyeliner fiend, but I'm not on camera anymore. So let's see how this goes. I always like to do the eye that oh my god, I already messed up. Of course I messed it up on camera. I told you I'm not the best on camera, but when I'm doing it myself, I'm just bloop, bloop. It's actually the easiest way to do eyeliner is just make a triangle and then fill it in. Okay, so eyelashes are on. You see how pretty and fluttery and almost very natural they look? I know they don't look natural with this makeup, obviously, but you know what I mean. If you were to wear them just with a tiny bit of mascara all by themselves, they would look so pretty and fluttery. Now we're gonna get on to these brows because they're not gonna stay like this. I'm actually really into the natural looking brushed up brow look. I don't want anything too overpowering. I don't define my brows like I used to. I just kind of brush them up like this. And I wish my hair grew like a lot of people's like this, but my hair grows to the side, so it's kind of hard to keep my hairs up. I've been recently using the Anastasia brunette tinted brow gel, and I use brunette because since I lightened my hair months ago, I wanted to lighten my brows. And it's always important that when you have dark brows, you go maybe a couple shades lighter, especially if you have lighter hair like I do, just so it doesn't look so harsh. So what I've been doing is just literally just brushing this through my brows, and that's it. Tints them a little bit. It kind of fills in the gaps a bit too, and it holds everything in place, but it just looks so natural. I like lighter brows because they really make the eye the focal point of the face. They frame the face nicely, but it's not overpowering. I've never been a fan of super strong brows. I like these more natural looking ones. The only thing about my brows is that they don't stay in place. They always fall, so I always have to be brushing them up. But what I do is I dry the product. I allow the product to dry on the brows, and then I go back with the spoolie and I brush them in place like so. This is my good brow. This is my bad brow. Can you tell? I used to fill in like around here, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fill in anymore. And we have our brows done. I know they're not completely identical. I don't like completely identical brows. I've just really embraced a more natural look to the brow. So now that we're done with the eyes, we can go on to the face. So I'm just gonna take some rose water, just patting, just to pick up that fallout here. I'm going to be using the Pro Filter foundation in shade 230. And since I don't like it to be so heavy, I don't want it to be super heavy coverage, I'm gonna just take one pump of the Fenty Beauty. And what a contrast. And I'm taking 2 little drops of this NYX tinted moisturizer. And obviously I'm using a tinted moisturizer because I want a little bit of a tanner color. It's not even that, it doesn't have too much pigment in it. It's not really that colored, but just adds a little bit more warmth to the skin. I mix these two together because first of all, the Fenty one dries so quickly, so I have to work so fast, but this stuff, having the tinted moisturizer mixed in, makes it more blendable and a little bit more hydrating to the skin. So I apply it with a damp Real Techniques sponge, and I work one side of the face at a time. Push the product in. And then make sure you blend down the jawline a bit. Oh no, my battery's about to die, guys. I'm gonna charge my battery and I'll be right back. Okay, Tarte Shape Tape. My color is light medium. Basically just take it really here and then downwards a little bit. I don't really take too much since I have so much color under the eye. I don't want to disturb it. I take some up here between the brows, and then I do like an inverted triangle on my nose to help straighten it out. I do have a deviated septum. My nose curves a little bit, makes it hard to breathe. I'm gonna go through and just blend it out with our Real Techniques. And I take the sharp edge and I go up here close to the eye makeup, just so we can really shape that. And then of course blend your nose highlight. I don't set my under eyes. You can see I kind of messed up the shadow, but I don't set my under eyes because I really don't have to with Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm just taking the same pencil brush that I used to apply this, and I'm just going over any areas that need filling in so there's not a harsh line between the color and my concealer. And you can take the other side a little bit and just kind of diffuse the two colors together. This is for my contour. I always use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I use the light to medium. I use this cool brown, this cool tone brown. This is Fawn. It's great for hollowing out the cheekbones and also contouring my nose. And then the one I use to warm up the face and make it match my body is Havana Nana. It's more of a warm tone brown. I use this to sculpt. I use this to warm up the face and bronze. For sculpting, I take the Real Techniques contour brush. So I am just making a very sharp straight line right across the cheek, a little bit higher than you would normally set your contour, probably just a tad bit higher, and slowly build up the color, but nothing too intense. And always blend upwards. Don't blend beneath the line, blend upwards. That way you lift these cheekbones. I also take this powder right underneath the jawline. Now we're gonna go in with Havana, same brush, and I go above this cool tone. So I don't go over the cool tone, I go right above it, and I start buffing that in. It's very light. You're not gonna have issues with applying too much or being too crazy. I take some up here just to warm up the forehead, make sure my foundation blends into my scalp and all that. And then I always take some back here, kind of in the jaw, just to slim down my face, like the 3 formation. We all know I got some nice cheeks on me. I'm talking about these for you perverts out there. Kind of over the top here, so that's when we just take a kabuki, a clean kabuki brush, and just. So for this look, I'm not using any blush because everything is just gonna be so nice and blushy. So that's why I really like this contour. Warming up the face, giving color and life to the face, but nothing over the top. Okay, so I'm gonna take just a little bit of this IT Cosmetics. I know I said we're already matte and stuff, but I told you guys I like my chin area to look nice and soft and seamless, so this translucent powder by IT Cosmetics is just a trick. I take it ever so slightly from the lid, swirl it like that. On the forehead, just right in the center, maybe on the nose if you get oily on the nose like I do. I acted like I was done with my contour. I'm not done with my contour. I'm actually gonna contour my nose. I'm gonna take Fawn one more time on this tiny itty bitty precise brush. I think it might even be a Wet n Wild eyeliner brush. I'm just going to sculpt the nose. Go at the tip. This lifts the nose. So go right there where these indentations are. Right here. And then I contour my nose doing that inverted triangle. Go in. Why do people call me when I'm in the middle of a tutorial? I'm not answering, sorry. Drag it up slowly. Don't add any extra color up top. Disperse most of the color at the tip. So now we're done with the contouring, we're done with the eyes. Next is lips. I'm just gonna take off a little bit of the foundation from the lips because I want them to look really natural. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the appropriately named NYX lip liner in Cherry Skies. Lightly feather this around the lips and then we're gonna blend it out. We're just gonna dab it. We don't want it to look neat at all. We want it kind of messy. Like your lips are full of cherry juice while still adding some definition. So now we're gonna do the fun part. I'm going to take I'm using a lot of Urban Decay. I just realized I do have a lot of Urban Decay products. But this is Urban Decay's F-Bomb, which is my favorite. Cherry Bright Fire Truck Red. It's classic red. It's not like orangey. So I'm gonna take some just on my ring finger, kind of rub it around. And I'm just going to press that right in the center between my two lips. Kind of helps to kiss the tip of your finger. Really, you're just concentrating the color in the center. So it's like the Korean beauty trend for lips. And then I blend it out. But you just want your lips to look so cherry stained. So I'm gonna, there you go. I think that's absolutely stunning. And just going around with a beauty blender just to kind of clean up. I'm just obsessing with having that inner pop. So I'm gonna add just a little tiny bit and that's it. I'm sorry. There. So I'm not going to apply highlighter because I think matte skin is so elegant and so gorgeous looking for the winter and the fall months. So I'm gonna keep it matte. Absolute favorite highlighters of life are from the Anastasia Aurora palette. One of my favorites is obviously this one. I love this one and this one. So these, and then this one for a really bright highlight, I love too. I haven't really played with these because these are more for cool tone skin. I'm more of like a neutral. Since you guys always ask me how I do my hair, I'm going to show you guys how I do my hair. So be right back. So you guys always ask me how I get my signature waves, my signature big messy curls or waves, whatever you want to call them. It's very, very easy. It's just a couple of tricks and the size of barrel matters a ton. So I'm taking my Tangle Teezer and I'm absolutely in love with this brush. Doesn't matter how tangled your hair is, this thing is amazing. It will comb through any rat's nest. Trust me, I've been there. My hair is very thick and voluminous and it gets tangled very easily. I'm going to separate my hair between top and bottom and then I part the bottom section in half. I'm going to take my Duval curling iron and you can see the top fell off but it still works really well. It's still my favorite curling iron. It's a bigger curling iron than like the standard ones I would say, and it only has one heat setting so it takes out the guesswork. You just switch it on, heats up in a flash. You can take huge sections and curl your hair super fast. So I take this large section from the back and then I just start curling it, and this Duval iron actually comes with a glove, but I do it without a glove all the time. So, and I never touch my ends to the barrel because your ends probably are damaged as it is and you don't want to risk them burning off or splitting anymore. Always keep your ends out of the way, and then I release it. But when I release it, at this point I'll either bobby pin it in place if I want really tight, fluffy, big curls. If I want more natural yet voluminous curls, I will just hold it in my hand until it cools down just a bit, not too long. Just hold it like this and then just carefully let it go. Don't comb it out yet. Kind of leave it there for a little bit. Leave it there until it cools down. So I'm gonna split this section, I think, into two. It really doesn't matter on these bottom sections in what direction you curl them in. This is literally the easiest way to do your hair, and it takes so little time. It is so easy. Do this if you feel so inclined to do. That might be actually a good idea. So I'm just gonna do this just to expedite the cooling process. For the sake of time, I'm just going to do the rest of this side, and then I'm gonna do both top sections up here the exact same way, except these front pieces always need to be curled backwards. But the back pieces doesn't matter. So I'm gonna finish this side, the tops, and then I'll be back to show you the real secret to my curls. Okay, I'll be right back. So I did all sections of my hair, curled them all the same, held them in my hand, now they're just chilling. So I'm going to take this front section, and it's not even like a neat section, it's just literally probably what would be my bangs. And then here you can decide if you want this to be super structured or you just want it to kind of be loose and cascading. If you want it to be super structured, which I'm going to show you, you want to take the barrel right to the roots. If you don't, you kind of take the barrels halfway, maybe to about right here, and then do that, and then bobby pin it in place like that. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I take it really close to the root, and I wrap the hair going back. You always want it to go back, because if you go forward, it's not going to land. It's going to be super weird. So you have to make sure you always do these framing pieces of the hair, the front section, the bangs, the front pieces, always have them curling back away from the face, because if they curl inwards, you're gonna have a weird formation. Okay, that got really hot. What I do here is normally I would bobby pin it in place, crisscross them and kind of pin them there. That's how I would normally do it with all my hair, kind of make pin curls, but I don't find it necessary and I want kind of a looser wave. So I'm just gonna kind of place that right there, and I promise you it will stay in place. You just gotta wait till it cools down. When this feels nice and cool, I will show you the last step. Now we can let this curl down. Oh, there it goes. You see that? You see that S shape there? We look like a poodle, but when we take our tangle teaser, or any brush really, we just comb through the curls. And if you curl them all in the same direction, you'll get those really gorgeous like 1940s perfect curls across, perfect waves. But I didn't do that because I didn't feel like it. And then look, this. Ta-da! You see? Modern vintage twist. This is what I do to my hair, and if I want to look like Veronica Lake, this is what I will do, and I won't even put hairspray in here. If you want it to stay, maybe for costume or something, you totally can. You just gotta kind of put some clips right here for a little while and spray it down with hairspray. Clip these in all over where you have like indentations, clip them in to hold all the curls in place. Spray it down until you absolutely have to leave the house, and it will last all day, all night, whatever you're doing. Waves, voluminous, volume. That is all there is to my hair and my makeup. I always am combing through it and tousling, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this because I think it'd look a lot prettier. You can always run like a serum through it. It's just so feminine, so girly, so gorgeous, so elegant, and it's perfect for the fall time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was so much fun, and to just talk beauty and kind of forget about the world for a little bit, because this is super fun and relaxing. I love doing my makeup. I love doing my hair. I love kind of transforming and trying new looks. I'm sorry if I'm annoying you with this hair in front of my face, but it's just who I am now, okay? I'm just kidding. So if you guys like this look, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and also leave me your comments down below. I am just always afraid because I know that you guys like my more spiritual, I don't know, my videos with more substance, I guess, than just beauty and hair and all that. So I just want to check in with you guys and make sure that it's actually something that you want to see. So please let me know down below. Maybe I can do like holiday makeup looks next time, or maybe a Halloween look. We're in Halloween season now. And don't forget to brush up your brows. And if you guys want these contacts in sugar brown, the link is down below with Iris Beauty. They are awesome. I am really loving. These are super comfortable. I've been sitting in front of 2 studio lights. Pretty good, pretty comfortable. It just feels just like my regular prescription contacts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. There's lots of you who watch me regularly and aren't even subscribed. What are you doing? But seriously, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And please be sure to follow my new Instagram for Taking Back Your Power, so you will be notified when I launch my course, The Confidence Charge Up, here very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and always remember, no matter what you may look like, no matter how good your makeup is, no matter who you are in this life, your true beauty, your true worth, and your true power always come from within. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!